Recognized by the world as one of the most incredible engineering marvels of the 20th century, and compared to megastructures like the Hoover Dam and the Panama Canal, Kansai was built 5 kilometers from shore and contains 530 hectares of landfill, making a massive rectangle that's more than 4 kilometers long and 1,200 meters wide. That's big enough to swallow up the entire downtown area of Osaka. Connected to the mainland by the world's longest two-tiered bridge, Kansai welcomes 55,000 planes a year. A unique experience began simultaneously on 2 major airport landmarks. Kansai's passenger terminal proved to be an architectural conundrum that stumped even the best builders. The terminal had to be light enough to keep settling to a minimum, but what kind of fat-free materials would be strong enough to withstand Mother Nature's frequent visits, bringing typhoons and earthquakes to the area? Enter world-renowned architect Renzo Piano, the guy who gave us France's controversial Pompidou Centre. You know, that brightly coloured building with the insides on the outside. Piano proposed a design that would keep everybody at Kansai happy: engineers, builders, and pooped-out passengers at the gate. His baby? A wing-shaped terminal made of steel and reinforced glass. Exactly 1 mile long, Kansai's signature structure is one of the largest single-room buildings in the world. The next crucial challenge in completing this airport was the ultimate question of access. If you stick an airport out in the middle of the water, how on earth do you get delivery trucks packed with peanuts and minivans loaded with luggage in and out efficiently? The answer came along with the construction of the Skygate Bridge. With the use of floating cranes, workers built each of the bridge's piers one at a time, cementing the pieces together like giant toy building blocks. Today, it's the world's longest double-decker truss bridge. At 3,750 meters long, it carries 6 lanes of traffic on top and 2 trains below. Just high enough for boats to pass under, yet low enough for jets to fly over. Finally, after 7 long years of drilling, dumping and designing on what seemed to be a wing and a prayer, this aerodynamic airport opened for business on September the 4th, 1994. The secret's out. The Kansai engineering team is so confident in their triumph over the ocean, they're actually at it again, building a second island with a second runway. But before unique location, smack dab in the middle of the ocean, means this island getaway needs to be totally self-sufficient, with an infrastructure more like a city than an airport. Each day, thousands of passengers pile onto this floating metropolis, becoming part of a round-the-clock rush hour.
It was quite a drive from downtown Osaka to get out here, but it's pretty amazing.
But because all roads don't lead to Kansai, actually just one, planners designed a myriad of mass transportation to bring both workers and passengers to the airport from all over Western Japan. It's a commuter's dream, and not a smelly cab in sight. Futuristic bullet trains like the Nankai Rapido move you in minutes to Osaka, traveling in style. Japan Railway's metro trains make several convenient stops for commuters who work at Kansai. High-speed ferries bring air travellers from Kobe across the bay. And let's not forget the luxury taxis or the over 20 limousine bus lines that serve Kansai.
It is convenient because
other provisions to protect the airport on land. Every inch of the tarmac and terminal is captured on a huge network of security cameras. Special security officers surround an airplane while it's at the gate, never leaving the big gals alone. And the runway itself is draped in a high-tech security blanket of ultraviolet light that invisibly surrounds the perimeter. If this light beam is broken, security is alerted and called out to investigate the disturbance.
東館ジャパンエア637班長 310 alternate 280.
Observing from their perch high above the runway, Kansai's air traffic control operators take command, securing the friendly skies, making sure they stay that way with a 360-degree view of things above and below.
The height of this control tower is decided to be able to see every parking place for airplane from control tower.
Assuring that nothing gets lost in translation, controllers converse with pilots from every corner of the world, safely talking them through the ups and downs of the day. But Kansai here, airport planners built their own utility facility. The Kansai power plant makes sure nobody's left in the dark. And while we're on the subject of juice, providing jet fuel is a basic necessity at any airport, and a unique challenge for one surrounded by water with no connection to the mainland. But here's one place where an island is ideal. At Kansai's fuel supply centre, located just off the runway, huge 4,000-ton tanker ships can pull right in, park it and pump. The centre has 4 piers for tankers to dock and unload. Jet fuel gets sent from these berths all the way across the island for storage in these huge supply tanks, stashing enough to fuel jets for 7 full days.
I'm the director of this facility, which is called the Clean Center.
Kansai's Clean Center is a one-of-a-kind incineration plant, handling all the trash coming off the planes and out of the terminal. Their mission? Keep it clean and green.
We supervise the entire operation of the Clean Center here. One of our jobs is to minimize the amount of trash here. We also try to recycle as much as possible.
Air travel in itself, in 2004, Kansai International Airport celebrates its 10th year of operation as Japan's new portal to the Pacific, welcoming travelers from around the world. And while early comparisons to other international airports and fears of delays were enough to convince Kansai officials that a second runway was needed to remain competitive in the region.
I think the demand for international air travel in this region will increase in the future. We need 2 runways to respond to this demand.
And so that brings us back to the beginning, sort of a deep water déjà vu, because a new runway meant building a new island out in the middle of Osaka Bay. In July 1999, Kansai Airport launched construction of its second runway, now called Phase 2, expected to be open for business in 2007.